You're tuned into Human by AI with Ashish Garg. Real, unscripted conversations about how humans and AI are shaping the future of community finance. Grab your favorite drink and let's dive in.
Okay, welcome everybody to the next edition of my podcast, Human by AI. Today I have a very dear friend and a very special guest. His name is Rob Hoyle. I've known Rob for a very, very long time. Rob, I know you very, very well, but my audience may or may not know you that well. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
A little about myself. I am the Chief People and Technology Officer at Vantage West Credit Union. This is the second credit union I've worked for. I've been in the industry since 2018. Prior to that, I was in technology leadership and healthcare, private equity-backed facilities management, and university research.
I see. So I just heard Chief People and Technology Officer.
Yes.
It's not every day a technologist is also a people officer. So where did this come about?
This came about last year due to a retirement of our human resources leader. I raised my hand and said I'd really like a chance to leverage all the things we do in technology to help our team in the same way that we leverage all the things we do in technology to help our membership. I've also always been a big culture champion.
I see.
And just somebody who loves the team and helping and watching people grow and succeed and building high-performing teams. So it's been a pretty natural fit and a very timely one with everything that's going on that I think we're here to talk about today.
Yes, and Rob, to me, you're the perfect person to talk about this because you manage technology and you also manage the people side. So the topic of my podcast is Human by AI. And we explore really these topics around what will AI do to the world and what's really the human angle there. So let me start with the easy question for you. Is AI a technology story or a workforce evolution story?
AI is so much more than a technology story. It remains to be seen as to whether it's way more than a workforce evolution story, but given those two choices, I would take the workforce evolution. I think it's going to touch so many lives in so many ways that it's not just technology.
Yeah. And how about you, Rob, in your personal life? Let's talk about there. Do you use AI at all today?
I do. Maybe not as much as you would expect, but I do use AI in work and in my personal life. I think most recently in our personal lives, my wife and I have been doing a remodel. 0 out of 10 recommend that. But AI has come in as a designer.
Yeah.
AI has come in as a help me find what this is from a picture guide. And so we've been using it there quite a bit, actually.
Actually, funny enough, you said that. My wife right now is also designing a bar for her home. And she's working very closely with ChatGPT.
Yes.
And she and ChatGPT just keep arguing the depth of the bar, the width, etc., etc. But in some ways, I'm happy that ChatGPT is at the receiving end and not me.
Yes, it's a marriage counseling story. Yes.
So that's wonderful. And Rob, how about your credit union? Have you implemented AI at all? Like, what are employees feeling about AI?
We have implemented AI in our credit union in a variety of places. We're using AI for underwriting, AI for member communications, AI for content creation. The list goes on. We're working on internal knowledge base, small models to help our employees and predict things. And the sentiment is very positive. There's been a lot of work in our shop around AI enablement and AI awareness.
Yeah.
Bringing a lot of people in to see kind of what is possible and how it works. Some hits and some misses, some good trainings and some trainings that weren't as good. But I think the general vibe is excitement and curiosity.
So Rob, it sounds like in your credit union, the response in AI has been by and large positive from the employees. But are the employees there, Rob, who are very scared of job loss? For example, I live in the Silicon Valley. And 2 days ago, the CEO of Eltropy put out this post that, listen, Anthropic, if Anthropic becomes very popular, or Claude, the AI assistant, that it could lead to like loss of tremendous jobs across America, like 20% unemployment. Like, how much of these fears are you seeing with your workforce?
So in my credit union, there is no fear of that, and I'll tell you why. I do believe that AI is coming for some jobs. Robotics came for jobs in manufacturing, but it created other jobs. My credit union, we have a very specific set of strategic anchors, how we make decisions. And the very first one is team first. We don't behave in a way that adversely impacts our team, ever. So AI in our applications will always be in a way that benefits our team. Now, it might mean that some roles don't exist anymore, but those people are on our team and we will take care of them and upskill them for whatever the new role is. So I don't think there's any real concern that AI is coming for jobs. And I think the closest parallel is ITMs, interactive teller machines. That didn't come for jobs. We changed jobs. We used the technology to do things in a different way, but jobs changed. So I think it's similar to that in my credit union. I do think in the future, financial institutions, along with many other industries, will be able to do much, much more with a smaller workforce. But the key for us is the workforce doesn't need to be smaller than it is today. We need to move the top number, do more.
And when you say the top number, Rob, you're referring to?
The volume of work.
The volume of work.
Yes.
And how do you measure that? Is that assets under management? Is it deposits?
It could be any number of KPIs, but let's say it's the number of members we serve.
I see.
So right now we serve around 210,000.
Yeah.
It would be brilliant if we could serve 300,000 members with the same workforce. And AI is leading us down that path.
And I love the concept that you're bringing forth that AI, like any other technology, is going to transform jobs. So let's explore that a little bit deeper, Rob. What aspects of people's jobs do you feel will be transformed by AI, wherein AI will get in and do those aspects of the job? What are those? Some examples?
So there are many jobs in a financial institution that are repetitive and redundant and require perfection, which to me sounds not very fun. Having to retrieve or process wires or ACH files on a recurring interval, as an example. We have people who have to do that. And they have to do it if we're closed. Somebody has to do it if the primary person is sick.
Yeah.
Those are not tasks, and you hear this a lot, that add value to anyone's job or any, they're not additive to the value our members receive. They are requirements. We can't drop those balls, but they're not making it better. So that's one example, is that kind of repetitive thing that happens in a recurring interval that somebody has to go do today. We don't need somebody to have to go do it if we can use AI.
I see. So how about we explore the other end, Rob? So what is it about jobs, especially in the area where you work in your credit union, which according to you may never be replaced by AI?
Thank you for asking that question. I love that question. We cannot replace human beings, the human intellect, the creativity, the thought, the new things. AI will always have to rely on things that have been done. So to do something that is novel, I don't see any world where that doesn't require human beings. It just so happens that that's where I'm the happiest. I like to iterate through creativity and think about what is the art of the possible.
Yeah.
I don't see AI helping us with that. AI can help us learn what other people have done, but not what nobody has done.
I see. And in there, Rob, let's talk a little bit about trust. And I'll just give you my own example that if I'm buying something and Rob, the dollar value of something, let's say, small, I love to go online and get it done myself. But the moment the amount of money that is involved is significant, I, especially as a human, love sort of interacting with other human because I trust another human to give me wise counsel on that. So how about this factor of trust? Why is it difficult for AI to sort of replace humans when it comes to trust? Or do you believe that AI will replace humans when it comes to building trust?
Why is it difficult? I think if you looked objectively at our experiences trusting other humans on large purchases, and I love to buy and sell cars, you would find that trust is not very well founded. But there's certainly something there. I don't know the psychology behind it, but if we hear something from another human being, we believe it. I think over time we'll start to learn, and I think you're seeing Amazon is moving this needle, right? Like, we trust Amazon they have the Amazon you search for something, it's the Amazon recommended one. I'd love to see the data. I bet that sells 10x over the next one.
Yeah.
Right. So there is this subtle undercurrent of trust that's building. You're right, though. We use, for large purchases, we use another individual. I think that it's only a matter of time before we recognize that not all of those individuals are as informed or as trustworthy.
I see. So I'll just give you an example. Over the weekend, Rob, I usually hate shopping. I never go to the mall. But there's a mall in Silicon Valley called Valley Fair Mall, and my wife and I went there for something. Here's what I noticed. This mall is just full of people and full of luxury stores. You name it, right? It has all the luxury store that pulls all the people in, and anything that is not luxury was not there. So it's almost like if something is luxury, you want to walk into a mall, touch it and feel it and talk to a human, do the purchase. If it is not luxury, you probably buy it on Amazon. Do you think something?
Yeah, I think the level of the stakes of the purchase certainly play a role, right? If the other thing is that most of the things you buy on Amazon, the drone drops them off, I imagine, in Silicon Valley. And if you don't like them, you can return them.
Yeah.
That's different when we start talking about large dollar luxury purchases. I also would be really curious to understand whether or not there is a perception of value that needs to be affirmed by touching those luxury items. Because most of the time, they're not worth it, objectively.
So in same parallel, Rob, like the products and services that credit unions provide, right?
Yes.
Like checking accounts, savings account, loans, home loans, etc., etc. Would you categorize any of these sort of in the same analogy that these are sort of luxury products where really people need that human touch? Or do you think everything that the credit union does is really commodity and the human touch is not really that important?
As much as it pains me to say it, the products that credit unions provide are commoditized. You can get them any number of places, financial institution or otherwise, loans, savings accounts, what have you. Where the trust comes in and where the currency that we really play in is that human contact. It is the part where somebody needs advice. We don't sell advice. We don't sell financial wellness coaching. We provide those as value adds to the commodity products that we offer. So those are irreplaceable. You can do some level of training, and things like that, but that somebody who can understand your situation and iterate with you around a solution. Again, creativity sometimes is in play here.
Yeah.
What are the options that you could do to get where you want to go and get the outcome you need financially? That's where we really shine as a credit union. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So Rob, just to wrap this up, what I'm hearing from you, I know usually you're a contrarian on such topics every time I talk to you. So just to summarize, what I'm hearing from you is that manual, repetitive jobs definitely ripe for disruption through AI. And the human element, and I love what you said about advice that credit unions provide, and credit unions don't really charge for that advice. It's part of the value-added service, is the irreplaceable human element in AI.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I do think that as we evolve this and we go down this journey, there's more than just the repetitive that we can augment or replace with AI. But we will never, ever get rid of that people helping people. I mean, that is our core, is what we are, and that will persist through any technology, through any workforce change. We will always be people helping people. The mechanisms that we deliver that help and the methods by which we achieve those outcomes might change.
Yeah. Okay. Last question for you. You're a technologist, I'm a technologist, you're a business leader. I have a little bit of that as well. If you could give your kids and my kids some advice in the era of AI, what should they be learning now, which let's say in 5 to 10 years when they join the workforce will be beneficial for them? What advice will you give these little kids?
The advice I would give my children, this is a great question, is to play, to tinker, to not be afraid. We've given this advice to our employees. We have created an environment where you are safe to experiment. You cannot, and our systems won't allow you to do any irreparable harm to anything, or influence the membership in any way negatively. So tinker, learn, be curious, experiment. That is what is going to make the difference. That is the difference, is that curiosity.
Thank you, Rob. Always a pleasure.